Jack Eichel's name has been tossed around a lot in the hockey world. This young, talented player rose rapidly in the ranks of the NHL, attracting attention and praise from fans and commentators alike. Born in Massachusetts, Eichel excelled in youth hockey and later joined the U.S. National Team Development Program. After a successful stint in college hockey with Boston University, Eichel was drafted second overall by the Buffalo Sabres in the 2015 NHL entry draft. As a promising rookie, Eichel was expected to make a significant impact in the NHL. The Sabres, eager to turn their fortunes around, saw Eichel as their ticket to success. The hype surrounding Eichel's entry into the league was immense, with many comparisons drawn to the legendary Sidney Crosby. Eichel's talent and potential seemed boundless, and it wasn't long before he began making waves. It didn't take long for Jack Eichel to demonstrate his skills on the ice. In his first season with the Buffalo Sabres, he tallied 56 points in 81 games, finishing second in the Calder Trophy race for the league's top rookie. Eichel continued to improve, showcasing his incredible talent and work ethic. Fans and analysts alike praised his skill and dedication. It seemed as though Eichel was destined for greatness. In his second season, Eichel increased his point total to 57, despite playing in only 61 games due to an injury. The following season, Eichel reached new heights, scoring 82 points in 67 games. It was clear that he was an asset to the Sabres and a force to be reckoned with in the NHL. However, despite Eichel's individual success, the Sabres continued to flounder as a team. The cracks in Eichel's relationship with the Sabres organization were beginning to show. As Eichel's star continued to rise, so did expectations for the Buffalo Sabres. The team consistently fell short of the playoffs, and Eichel's frustration began to show. His disappointment was evident in interviews and on the ice, and it seemed as though the weight of the team's failures was resting squarely on his shoulders. The pressure to carry the Sabres to victory was immense. It began to take its toll on Eichel. In the 2019-2020 season, Eichel had another productive season, amassing 78 points in just 68 games. However, the Sabres once again missed the playoffs, and Eichel's frustration reached a boiling point. He expressed his dissatisfaction with the team's lack of success and called for changes in the organization. This was the beginning of a tumultuous period for Eichel and the Sabres, as the relationship between the star player and the team began to deteriorate. Despite Eichel's immense talent, the Buffalo Sabres continued to struggle as a team. The team's inability to make the playoffs weighed heavily on Eichel, and his relationship with the organization soured. The once promising partnership between Eichel and the Sabres now appeared to be on the brink of collapse. Eichel's frustrations were not only evident in his interactions with the team, but also in his relationship with the fan base and media. As the face of the franchise, Eichel was under intense scrutiny, and fans began to question his commitment to the team. It seemed as though Eichel could no longer do anything right in the eyes of the fan base. The once beloved player now faced harsh criticism and backlash. Several factors contributed to the decline of Jack Eichel's relationship with the Buffalo Sabres and their fan base. The team's lack of success played a significant role, as Eichel was expected to single-handedly lead the Sabres to the playoffs. The pressure to meet these lofty expectations proved to be overwhelming for Eichel, and his dissatisfaction with the organization became increasingly apparent. Another factor that contributed to Eichel's fall from grace was his perceived attitude and demeanor. Some fans and media members accused Eichel of being arrogant and selfish, putting his own interests above the team's. This perception, whether accurate or not, further damaged Eichel's relationship with the fan base. As tensions continued to rise between Eichel and the Sabres organization, the star forward requested a trade. While some speculate this initial request came on the heels of a neck injury that Eichel sustained during the 2020-2021 season, others claim such a request was already made previously, and this simply added fuel to the fire. The injury required surgery, and Eichel and the Sabres disagreed on the type of procedure that should be performed. This agreement further strained the already tenuous relationship between Eichel and the team. The news of Eichel's trade request sent shockwaves through the hockey world. Fans and analysts alike speculated on potential landing spots for the disgruntled star, as the implications of the trade for both Eichel and the Sabres organization. After months of speculation and negotiation, which dragged on for several months, the Buffalo Sabres finally traded Jack Eichel to the Vegas Golden Knights in November 2021. The trade saw Eichel and a draft pick heading to Vegas in exchange for forward Alex Tuch, prospect Peyton Krebs, and 2 draft picks. This marked the end of Eichel's tumultuous tenure in Buffalo and the beginning of a new chapter in his career. The trade was met with mixed reactions. Some fans were relieved to see Eichel's saga come to an end, while others expressed disappointment at the return the Sabres received in the deal, which was quickly put to rest once Tuch began producing for the Sabres. Regardless of the opinions on the trade, it was clear that Eichel's time in Buffalo had come to an end. In March 2022, Jack Eichel returned to Buffalo for the first time since being traded to the Vegas Golden Knights. The reception from Sabres fans was decidedly mixed, with some cheering for their former star while most others booed him mercilessly. A clearly rattled Eichel took the opportunity to take a shot at Buffalo fans, saying, "It's the loudest I've heard this place ever. Really, it only took 7 years and me leaving for them to get into the game. It was a nice tribute. There was plenty of people here that were supporting me, and there was plenty of people that were booing me. They must just be booing me because they wish I was still here. I don't know." This comment further drove a wedge between Eichel and the Buffalo fan base, solidifying his status as a pariah in the eyes of many Sabres fans. As Jack Eichel moves forward with his career in Vegas, the focus shifts to what the future holds for him. His tenure so far in Vegas has been up and down, with the forward battling injuries and inconsistent play. Eichel has a chance to prove himself as an elite player in the league and help lead the Golden Knights to the Stanley Cup, playing in the playoffs for the first time. The expectations are high for Eichel in his new home, but now he doesn't have to do it on his own since he's surrounded by other elite talent in Vegas. With Jack Eichel in the rearview mirror, the Buffalo Sabres had what was their most successful season since 2011-12, finishing with 91 points and just missing out on the playoffs. The franchise finally seems primed to break their record-long 12-year playoff drought thanks to a promising young core of players and stability among management and the coaching staff. Jack Eichel's journey from NHL star to fan-base pariah serves as a cautionary tale for both players and organizations alike. The pressures and expectations placed on young stars can be overwhelming. The importance of maintaining strong relationships between players, teams, and fans cannot be overstated. As Eichel moves forward with his career in Vegas and the Sabres work to once again return to the playoffs, the hockey world will undoubtedly be watching with great interest. What's your opinion on the Jack Eichel saga? Let us know in the comments.